We back. It's the Height Differential. That's the 6'6" Neil. I'm the 4'10" Nick. Home Run Derby was last night. I actually enjoyed the new format. We'll talk about that. The Haskell is this weekend. We will preview that and provide our picks for it. Chris Sims saying some crazy stuff about Tom Brady. We
Chris
will,
Sims.
we will
Chris
get
Sims.
we will get into that. The World Cup, the British Open is all this weekend. What's been going on, Neil? We didn't do a show last week. You were off to San Diego.
Yeah.
So what's been good?
I mean, have we had a show since the 4th of July?
We have not.
Man.
We have not.
Oh, man.
And this wasn't planned either. So we just need to
no.
communicate
I mean,
better.
let's get a little recap of that. 4th of July, we went over to your crib. Had quite a few people over there. A little cookout. A little swim party.
A lot of people.
Swim party. Yeah. So appreciate you
I would
hosting us on
say
that.
my thing is the kids with the sparklers. Let's pick them up next time. Let's not just throw them all over the yard.
Damn, I didn't even know kids had sparkler. I missed out on the sparkler action.
I'm still finding them. They're everywhere. So I know kids have a tendency to just throw stuff on the ground when they're done with it.
Wait, are they sparklers? You mean the poppers? The poppers?
The sparklers.
Like the ones you hold?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed out on those.
Everywhere.
Why are we doing sparklers when it was bright and sunny out at 3:00 in the afternoon?
I don't know. I don't know. It was. I don't really remember the sparklers happening. I just saw them on the ground the next day, so that they happened. I would pretty much spent the whole entire day in the pool.
Same.
So wasn't aware of some of the activities outside of it, but good times were had. But yeah, my place looked like a frat house the next morning, but we took care of that. It was no big deal. It was a good time. It was a good time.
There you
go. You were out in San Diego. You got to go to Petco.
Great ballpark. 10 out of 10. If anybody's ever in San Diego and got a chance to go check out Petco Park in the Pirates or the Padres game, definitely do it. Beautiful. They've got a huge square, like a town square type deal going on out behind center field with the stage and big grass hill out there that people just bring their blankets. They sit on that hill and they watch the game and plenty of food and beverage options. We the group I was with, we rented out a deck over in right center field that overlooked the field and had an all you can eat, all you can drink experience, and it was awesome. 10 out of 10.
Well, anytime you got all you can eat and drink, at any event, it's going to be a good time. We were lucky enough to do that on Sunday at the ISCO.
There you go.
At the 18th hole suite, a little all you can eat or drink. And
you got bonus golf. Did you stay till the third playoff hole?
We aren't leaving. If there's golf to be had and we don't have to be anywhere, we are not leaving. The seats were great. I think we maybe had 47 super lights, and
super lights.
It was the first time I've ever indulged in super lights. It's Gatorade. It's alcoholic Gatorade.
That's the way to go, huh?
I mean, they started running out of stuff, but I was drinking that already. But no, it was a great time, and there was a lot of people out there. I mean, obviously the names weren't all the biggest names in golf. It's a secondary event, but we got to see Max Homa finish up on 18, and then the playoff, which we even got to watch them change the hole on 18 after they went through twice and both parred, and they had to go run it a third time. Then they changed the hole. We got to watch that.
Change the hole, yeah.
But yeah,
did the fans cheer as he was hammering in the new hole?
They did.
Yeah,
they did, and they had all had a bunch of super lights by that point. So, but no, and then we were at the Kaufman's household on Saturday night, who live their backyard points to 16, 17, and that was a good time too. I wasn't in town last year for the ISCO. I was out of town, so I was excited to be there and be a part of it. And they do a great job out of Hurstbourne, and I'm excited for it to be back again next year.
Yeah. Yep.
There's rumors Valhalla's trying to, I think 2034 maybe for the next PGA. So
that'd be nice.
I don't know if I've got the exact year, but they're definitely in talks to bring it back. But the golf fans show up in Louisville for events, and It was just they did a really nice job, and I
That's good.
hope that
I'm
Coach
just glad
Walls
nobody got arrested on this one.
well, we need to hope that nobody ever gets arrested for whatever the hell that was a couple years ago, but I hope Coach Walls I need to stay on top of him because he did promise me that he would take me out to play Hurstbourne, which I would love to do. So I just gotta stay on top of him because I mean, obviously, it's a nice course.
Yeah,
Um, Home Run Derby was last night. I think we can lead off with that. We had talked about, you know, the Major League Baseball game being the best of the Big Four All-Star games
yeah,
in our last show, and we had talked about how they were going to change the format of the Home Run Derby. And it used to be ten outs, and then Josh Hamilton and Bobby Abreu both went off for, like, an hour
40 home
apiece where they
runs.
hit 40
Yeah,
bombs, and they decided to change the format. They then went to this timed format where I mean, we were a part of that in 2015 when, like, I was in the dugout when Todd Frazier's just going off, and I mean, it's
yeah,
time, so you don't even have a chance to see the balls leave the yard, they're swinging again. So,
yeah,
they finally decided to move away from the time format, they went to 20 swings, and you can't end on a home run.
yep.
So, at your last swing, you hit until you're done. Your overall thoughts, the ending was great. The ending
Yes,
was
the ending was great. No, I think they absolutely nailed it. I think they finally have found the perfect home run derby solution because, as you said, the old school way where you got 10 outs and you got dudes, hitting 40 bombs per round. It's a 6 hour home run derby and everybody's ready to go to bed. So that one took too long. The timing thing always felt rushed to me. As you said, like you never even got to even appreciate where a ball even landed because it was just pitch after pitch and you don't even know where to look. And it just felt like they tried to cram too much in. It was rushed. It's not rushed. It's all swings, 20 swings. Doesn't matter if you hit a home run or an out. And I love the fact that you can't end on a home run. So, hit on unlimited home runs if you want to on that last swing, which Jordan Walker probably still would be doing if they didn't make him go home after he won. Because I think he hit, what, six straight? Three of them with that, 3 or 4 with that,
it
that,
it
that
was at
last
least
swing.
5.
So,
It was at least
yeah.
5.
So I think they nailed it. It brought the drama to it, you know. Um, Philly fans booing. That whole atmosphere was awesome. Love Philly fans booing. And then Jordan Walker just ruining the party. Like they nailed it. The format was great. The atmosphere was great. It was all 10 out of
No,
10.
I don't go I wouldn't go 10 out of 10. I mean,
I would go 10 out of 10.
the talent in the home run derby can be better. We can have
Yeah,
bigger names.
I don't know if you. I mean,
We
yeah,
can
but
have bigger names.
we haven't had bigger names
Like,
in a while.
I don't know, but we don't need Wilson Contreras in the home.
The man hit the most bombs in round one.
I know, but, like, can we get bigger names? Like, just try to get bigger names.
I mean, you
I
don't
get
think they
Aaron
asked these
Judge is hurt.
guys? You don't think they asked these guys?
I maybe they do, but like, it's the it's obviously not as bad as the problem with the dunk contest in the NBA where you get G League guys coming over and winning it. It's not that bad, but they can improve the quality of the guys in it. And my other thing was 25% of the guys are Phillies.
It's the home run leader. First of all, you got to
How many
include him.
how many times do we have
So
2
what,
guys from the same team in a home run derby?
guy?
Even when they're hosting, it never happens.
Dude, t- Schwarber leads the league in bombs, so of course he's gonna get it no matter where home run derby is, no matter where it is. And
And then
Bryce
Harper's just
Harper,
there because he's a Philly.
he's
And
also he's also one of the best power hitters in the game.
and he's won it before. I mean, I understand why, but 25% of the
You want,
field
but
would
you're whining about wanting better talent, and then you whine about the home run leader. The home run leader is in the Derby, and B,
you
Bryce Harper,
Schwarber's
one
in
of the
it.
faces. Bryce Harper is one of the most popular players in the game, and you're
I
whining
get
about him
there's
being in the
also
Derby.
other popular guys that aren't in this thing. Like, I
They
look,
probably declined. They might have declined.
they
Harper only
did
did it because of Philly.
they did decline. Like, it's not like they didn't ask. They got
Harper Harper only. I mean, Bryce Harper probably would not have done this anywhere else but
100%.
Philly.
I agree.
But that is a big name that you want in the Derby. Otherwise, you're going to replace him with another Wilson Contreras.
And look, I do get that I'm contradicting myself. I get it. But when 25% of the field is one team, I just even though it's a home team, I don't know.
It was deserved, though. It was deserved.
It's not, and I agree with that too. And maybe I'm talking about out of both sides of my mouth. I'm not a Phillies guy, admittedly, so that probably plays a role into
That's
this.
yeah, that's where the root cause is.
Uh, I do just think the talent can be a little better. I like the format. I think you give 20 swings to everybody. You can't end on a home run. Top four go to the second round, and then I like the fact that they went 1v1 in the semis.
Yeah.
And I you get to the final. I do think it would have been better, and I know you can't really change this on the fly. I think it would have been better if Schwarber would have went last, having the hometown guy go last and know what number he has to get to. Instead, you've got Jordan Walker know what number he needs to get to, and every single time there's a fly ball to center field that hits the grass, the crowd's cheering.
It
So
was kinda fun. That was
he
fun.
had the entire crowd cheering against him, looked up against it, and it was fun. Like, he started being really selective with his pitches, and I mean, hit 5 straight to win the damn thing. And you gotta give that guy credit for stepping into that environment, and first time he's ever done it, and beating the guy that everybody in that entire stadium wanted to win.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the pressure was definitely on him. I mean, however much pressure you can have in a home run derby. But the pressure was on him, and, for a while, it looked like he wasn't gonna be able to do it because it got down to that last swing, and he still needed 3 or 4 more home runs, and he was patient. He took 3 or 4 pitches until, as you should. That's what you should do in the derby. Get the pitch you like, and he unloaded. And it was cool to see his parents, his grandma, everybody there talking about, like, how he's loved the game since he was a kid and all of that. So, good for him. Good to see his family. They were all proud of him. So,
Well, I hope they're
and,
proud of him,
and
but like, but that's another thing too, because it's slowed down, because it's not timed, in between pitches, you can go to shots of his family in the crowd
yeah,
and see their reactions in real time. Like, you couldn't do that before with the timing aspect. There was no time for the producer to go to a different shot. It was either the guy swinging or the ball leaving the park, and
yeah,
that's another, I think, good thing about this format. Overall, I thought it was good. Netflix's first time they've ever had the home run derby. I thought the coverage was a little rocky in the beginning, but the coverage of the actual derby was good. And dude, they had Barry Bonds and freaking Albert Pujols on set. I mean, they paid some money for this thing.
sure did. Sure did.
Is there something that maybe the NBA All-Star Game can learn from this to improve their three-point shooting contest, their dunk contest, just their NBA All-Star Saturday as a whole? Because I think it was better, and
I don't know. I mean, well, yeah, like the 3-point contest in the NBA. I don't know why the best 3-point shooters in the league don't participate. It's like you're just shooting the ball. You're not even really doing anything athletic to hurt yourself. Dunk contest, maybe you get hurt, maybe you come down wrong. I don't know, but to me, it's low risk. I think they should do it. I mean, guys back in the '90s weren't scared to do it. So I don't know. They do need to do something because nobody watches NBA Saturdays.
I don't know how to fix a dunk contest. I just I don't. And there's not enough high caliber guys participating in it. I do think that the three-point shooting contest could learn something maybe from the home run derby where the last ball, if you make it, you keep shooting.
Yeah,
And you've got another rack there just in case they keep going. And I mean, if Steph gets to the last ball and he's down 5 and he hits that money ball, I mean,
yeah,
heck, he gets another one, and then he gets
yeah.
another one, and
Right.
maybe you don't count them all too, but I think that could be an exciting thing to add to it, to remove the clock and then just let them go at the end. Or
Yeah,
maybe even you change the format completely where you get 5 or 10 misses, and or then once you miss, you're done. I don't know. Mainly think the last ball could be kinda cool.
what if they did like a game of horse or something?
Well, they've
Like
tried all
dudes
that gimmicky stuff.
have they? I mean, like dudes are shooting like half court
Yeah,
shots, or dudes are doing
they've
like,
tried that, they've
did
done
they?
that, like, in the parking lot, like, prior to the All-Star game with guys, I think so. But did you see what they did? they had like a 3-on-3 thing on what? I guess it was Sunday night. It was after the Futures game. And basically it was just retired guys with a celebrity, and they moved the plate up past the pitcher's mound. So, and then they shortened the lines, but it was like a home run derby, but it was shorter. And then there was actually guys playing defense, and if you caught a ball beyond a line on a foul or on a fly, then you got a point that way. And
Did this take the place of the celebrity softball game?
I think it did.
Okay.
And Andrew Jones was there with, and he didn't hit a single bomb. He's
He's
just
old.
fat and didn't
He's
hit a single
old.
bomb, but he did make some plays and caught some balls in the outfield. But they had like Shane Victorino and Jimmy Rollins and Andrew Jones and Ryan Howard. I don't know. Like, it didn't catch my attention enough to watch the whole thing. I will say that. But I thought it was, I mean, it was different. They're trying something.
Yeah.
And I will say, I mean, the AL's already up 3-0 in
Oh,
the
yeah.
first.
They almost batted around. Yeah. They sent 8 guys to the plate, I think.
But let's just, it's classic them wearing their uniforms. Like, the fact that we ever got away from that
I
is
agree with that. I agree.
ridiculous. But I think we both agree. The best All-Star game in sports, but a lot of people in our comments is like, none of the All-Star games are good. So it doesn't.
People in our comments are stupid.
The British Open is this weekend.
Yep.
Last week they were in Scotland in addition to being at the ISCO. And Tom Kim got his first win since 23. Scotty Scheffler coming off the win last year. The last major of the year, do you think we'll have a repeat major winner? So you've got Aaron Rai, you've got Wyndham, and you've got Rory. Do you think one of those 3 guys?
If I had to take a guess, I mean, I'm gonna say no, we're not going to, but Rory McIlroy would be the clear choice, I think, to be that person. I mean, he's the second.
Played
He's
well last
odds
week.
second highest odds.
Got off
He's
to
at
a rough start on
plus
Saturday.
850 behind Scotty. Sorry, we froze for a second.
They're at Royal Birkdale. Like, it's Tommy Fleetwood's home course, basically. Like, he lives like 10 miles away. Would be cool to see him get his first major. But there's one story that I wanted to talk about.
Is it Scotty
There's a
Scheffler
guy
not making
named
the
David
cut?
Howard that, no, he will make the cut. And dude, that streak, insanity.
Insanity.
What, like, when was the last time he didn't make a cut prior to last weekend?
It's like 22.
It was wild. 78 straight made cuts. So the last time that he didn't make a cut was the St. Jude in 22.
Me too.
Now, to put
That's
that in
insane.
perspective, Hill Irwin had a streak of 86, Jack Nicklaus had a streak of 105, Byron Nelson had a streak of 113, and Tiger had a streak of 142. So, long way to go to get to there. I wouldn't surprise me if Scotty goes and wins this week, but I mentioned one story that I wanted to share was David Howard is qualified to play at Royal Birkdale this weekend. He was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at 7 years old, and he said he Googled what the life expectancy was for somebody who has that and found out that it's basically your mid-20s. So he's 27 now, and he's quoted by saying, "I've passed my sell-by date." He has to take medication every single day to deal with his condition. But he struggled with it throughout his life. Like in grade school, he started using alcohol to kind of deal with the things that, that he was dealing with. He got very depressed during the COVID pandemic, where he was basically just locked himself in his room because he was too scared that he would get sick from other people because of his weaker immune system. He got out of that, returned to golf in 2024, quit his job as a mechanic. Dude's a mechanic was with cystic fibrosis. Uh, but I mean, the fact that I mean, never heard of this guy, but just reading this story, like pretty remarkable, and what an inspiration for this dude to overcome everything he's done to qualify. And regardless of what he does this weekend, what an accomplishment.
No, that's absolutely incredible, a story there, and, I think he's gonna have a lot of people rooting for him, both at the course and those from watching around the world, so, incredible story there of perseverance and what he's overcome in his life, and, hopefully he can continue to do this for several more years to come, and hopefully we'll see him back in the Open, next year and in future years.
Just how cool if he does get off to a quick start.
I mean, he's gonna have the support.
He definitely will. And let's see, he's probably like Ricky Fowler tees off at 2:30 in the morning on basically what is Wednesday night. So even I, the biggest Ricky guy, I don't think I'll be getting up at 2:30 to watch it. But I don't know, just a really cool story. I think Tom Kim, the way that he's playing right now, he competed in the Open, like he had a really rough year last year. Should be a guy to look at. And I mean his odds are still pretty good. Should have looked at that before we got on here. But
What Tom Kim's odds are?
yeah,
Let's see, Scotty's the favorite, Rory's second,
Tom Kim's
Tom
4,500.
yeah, he's down the list a little bit.
I mean, the way he's playing right now.
Hey, did you see the other cool story? The other cool storyline of, the Open?
What you got?
The, Joe Dean.
Okay.
You heard of Joe Dean?
I haven't.
He won the final qualifying spot for the Open. His fiancée, Emily Lyle, is his caddy. They're getting married 8 days after qualifying. So 2 days after the Open ends, they're getting married on a Tuesday, and they picked Tuesday because 'cause they're broke, and it's cheaper to get married on Tuesdays. But
Well,
got the
maybe he'll win
final
the tournament,
qualifying
and then
spot.
they can move it.
If he wins, they can move it to a weekend and probably, make it a little nicer. But won the final qualifying spot with his fiancée on the bag. They get married 2 days after the Open ends on Tuesday. So that's kind of a cool story there as well.
So a lot of good storylines, a lot of good golfers. It's I get sad when it's the last major of the year because it means the season's coming to a close. But we do have the FedEx Cup Championship coming up in a couple weeks. I was at ISCO with Juice, our boy Juice, and I'm like, dude, let's go to Memphis for the St. Jude. And
He said no.
he wasn't totally against it.
Okay.
He wasn't totally against it. But
So your official pick here, you're going Tom Kim?
uh, I I think his odds are worth the risk. I don't know if I'd go him as my top pick. Honestly, I might go Matt Fitzpatrick at
That
1,500.
was yeah, Fitzy was gonna be my pick, but you can have him. You can have him.
Just the way he's been up there every week, I think he wants to win this tournament. Um, Wyndham Clark at 33, the way he's been playing is a guy that I would him Goddard up too. I think those are two guys that I would potentially look at. They're both at plus 33,
See,
and then I would go Tom Kim.
at what point I'm getting off the Scotty Scheffler train. At what point is he just not gonna be the odds-on favorite in every tournament that's played?
So he's the best player in the world.
He's
So
not
that
playing the best.
I mean, I'm not taking him at 700.
No.
I'm not taking him at 700.
Especially on a course like this. Give me one of those, you know, Northern Ireland guys. Give me one of those Englishmen. Give me like the Tommy Fleetwoods, the Matt Fitzpatricks of the world. They have a better chance of winning this thing than
Well,
Scotty. Don't be wrong, Scotty's still good, but he's not the same Scotty. He's not the same Scotty.
but he also could just turn into that Scotty this weekend. I'm just not at 700. And honestly, I'm not taking Rory at 850 and I'm not taking Fleetwood at 1,500 either. Like none of the top 3. And then can we quit putting John Rahm as a top 5 selection at the beginning of tournaments?
I don't know why he's always
When
the
is that
favorite.
when is that going to stop?
Good question. But there are guys on here that are playing better golf than Scotty Scheffler. I
I mean,
He
look,
at some
we look.
point, he can't just be the favorite.
The odds have learned their
He's not
lesson,
winning. He's not winning.
but the odds have learned their lesson on Bryson. He's all the way down to 6,500. Why are we not learning it on John Rahm? I don't know, but yeah, Fitzy is my top pick. I mean, you can go Fitzy too.
I'm going
People say
Fitzy.
we agree too much. We might as well agree. We're supposed to force disagreements on our pod.
Well, we already disagreed on your stupid take of too many Phillies being in the home run derby, even though it was deserved.
I
So we
kind
can
of
agree
agree.
on this.
It was a stupid take.
We can we can agree on at least on our golfers. But your take on the home run derby was just idiotic.
Any any chance you're getting up at 2:30 in the morning to watch golf?
No, zero.
Now,
I know one
look,
person. Andrew Miller will be setting his alarm.
I'd be better off just not going to sleep, but then you're up till 6 o'clock in the morning. The only way to do it is if you're just ate up with it and you figure out a way to go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock and then you wake up at 2. I will say I don't know if I've ever been to sleep at 9 or 10 in since I was a kid. So
No,
even when I
but
have
it's
early
gonna.
flights, I just go to bed at early time and
But
figure it out.
this, I love. One reason I love this golf tournament is because on Championship Sunday, you're waking up and the leaders are teeing off, and
It's
you
time.
just and it's over by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And this Sunday especially rolls right into the World Cup final. It's going to be a great sports Sunday.
What is your most iconic British Open moment?
I mean, does it everybody remember? Was it Van de Velde that hit it into the water about a gazillion times?
Yes, at
Choked,
Carnoustie.
choked it away.
At Carnoustie.
I mean, that's the most iconic. I mean, that's got to be the most iconic everybody
I
remembers.
mean, 100%. 100%. That is when I think of the British Open, that is what I think of. And they had a little documentary on it on Golf Channel. It's
Yeah,
like an hour long. It like I'm sure you can find it somewhere, but I mean, he it was like watching Tin Cup in real life. It was like watching Tin Cup. And then on top of it, he hikes his knickers up
he
and he
tries to
goes
hit it,
into the little creek.
but then he decided not to do. I
Yes.
think then he decided against hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He took his penalty.
it
But do you remember who beat him?
was like Greg Norman or something.
Wasn't Greg Norman.
John Daly. Was it
Nope.
John Daly's win? No,
It's
I don't
not a
know.
huge name.
Uh,
Paul Lowry. Does that the name ring a bell at all?
no, because all everybody remembers was the choke job. They don't even remember who won.
But yeah, definitely an iconic moment. And here's the thing on Sunday, you roll, you get to watch the end of the Open, and you roll that straight in pretty much to the World Cup final.
My God, I just said that 3 minutes ago.
Does that just tell you that I don't listen to you?
I mean, clearly. I just talked about how great of a sports Sunday it is because it's going to be over by 2 and it rolls right into the World Cup final. And this Sunday is going to be awesome.
You know what I was probably doing at that moment?
Looking up
Making
odds.
sure it was Paul Lowry, making sure I was right. So I wasn't listening to you.
I can't with you.
I was making sure it was Paul Lowry. But no, great Sunday. And I don't know. But you're still watching the World Cup now the USA's out, right?
Yeah, watch the France and Spain game today. And I mean, I thought France looked unbeatable in this tournament, and Spain just came in and dominated that game. They won it 2-0.
And I was able to watch the end, and France had a couple chances there at the end to get on the board. And even there was empty net there for a second. They couldn't figure out a way to score.
I mean, it is incredible for Spain, and we've played now, 6 games? 3 group stage games, and I think 3 in the knockout round, and they only have 1 goal against them. 1. That's insane.
Well, they're in the final, so they've played 32, 16,
Yeah.
8.
If they
and
played 4?
Yeah, so
So they played
7.
7 games and only
Yeah.
have 1 goal against them. I mean, I feel like that's gonna be a World Cup champion right there.
Then, yeah, what, Argentina and England in the other final?
Yeah.
See if Messi can do it again.
And this is his last World Cup, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think it's
mean,
been officially
we
announced,
thought it
but
was 4 years ago.
he hasn't, I guess, officially said it, and he's still dominating,
I mean, here's
so
the
maybe
thing,
not.
we used to compare him to Ronaldo, right? Who's the best in the world. And it's like he's separated himself entirely. Like, it's not even a conversation anymore. Like,
What's
it's
the
bad.
age difference there?
Like, you're asking me tough soccer questions.
I don't know.
I mean,
It
I guess
doesn't matter.
that's the problem when you start talking soccer is you gotta act like you know stuff. Messi's thir
Football, football.
Messi is 39 and Ronaldo is 41, so he's a little bit older. So, I guess that's the reason for it, but I don't know, I've really enjoyed the World Cup, and I I hate the fact that these semi games are at 3 o'clock during the week because it makes them tougher to watch. If you have a meeting at 3 o'clock, it's hard to watch the game. I wish they were at night. I get why they're not because people all over the world are watching them and it's in prime time, but normally we don't care about that kind of stuff here in the States, and we just put them
We're
on
just
at
selfish.
we put them on at 8 o'clock, and we don't care.
We're just selfish.
And I'm honestly kinda surprised like, I get it on Sunday being in the afternoon, but I'm kinda surprised that these games aren't at 7, 8 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday night.
Not everything's about you, Nick. Not everything's about you.
Which it's good for us to realize that sometimes, but I don't know. It just because I didn't get to watch hardly any of the game today, and now there's only well, I guess there's 3 left because there's a 3rd place match. We didn't
Dude,
really get to
why
talk
do they
much.
do that? Like, who
What?
cares? Why do they do a third place match?
They do it in the Olympics too because you gotta get a bronze,
I mean,
but
yeah, you get a bronze medal, but like, what? Nobody cares about third place in the World Cup.
do they get any kind of medal?
Probably, but who
And
cares?
so you only care about the bronze in the
Yes, because
Olympics?
there's an official medal count in the Olympics. That's how you know which country has won the Olympics, is how many medals you've won.
Well,
So
would
yeah,
you
you do actually have to play a third
so
place game.
I would imagine that some countries would rather finish 3rd than 4th. I mean,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
like, if the US got there, nobody like, who cares? But, I mean, we hadn't been on since the US game last week. Like, and we don't need to go in depth on this because, like, we're not soccer aficionados, but it's clear that they're not as good as Belgium, right?
No, they're not. I mean, that's
And
there's a reason in the world rankings that their U.S. is ranked with they 16th and Belgium was like ninth. So we weren't expected to be. I mean, we had the momentum. We thought we were better than what we were. We were favored. We had rolled through pretty much. Did really well in the group stage, except for that last game against Turkey that nobody really cared about. You win 2-0 in your opener in the knockout stage. You got some momentum. You get Balogun back off the red card suspension. You got the momentum. You got the home crowd, and Belgium just showed their dominance. Like, they just
I
showed how
mean,
much.
like USA had to play as good as they could possibly play, and they didn't play anywhere near that. And they get the one free kick that was amazing to tie it,
Yeah,
and then Belgium was like, "All right, we'll just score here in 2 seconds and make y'all look like idiots." And
yeah. I mean,
then
Balogun really didn't do much in that game. I mean, I don't even know where Pulisic was all tournament.
well,
I mean,
he was
he
really good in the first game against Paraguay. He was really good.
he actually was good in it. Yeah. Other than that, he kind of went away. Uh, the defense and goalkeeping on that game last week was I don't know what the goalie was doing.
I mean,
Coming,
they made a bad
yeah,
play.
what are we
Like he
doing?
wasn't terrible throughout the tournament.
No, but that game he was, and then defensively against Belgium, awful. Like they didn't press the ball at all. Like it was
Look,
just Belgium just did
uh,
whatever they wanted. I don't
just
know.
that last goal that it made it 3-1, and it like if it's 2-1 and you've played terrible the whole game, but you feel like I have a chance at the end, it would have been more exciting. But just being down 2, it was just like,
The
all right.
goalie tried to kick the ball and just
Yeah, it was
missed,
bad.
kicked the ground.
Well, I didn't even know you couldn't grab it outside the box. Like, that's the thing. Like, we're learning,
You
right?
also can't grab it if your own guy kicks it to you.
I knew that.
Oh, okay, at least you knew that. But yes, you can't. Of course, you can't grab it outside the box. I
Like,
knew that
it,
when I
but
was a kid.
it had already been touched. So I didn't like. I don't know. I didn't play soccer growing up. I've never had that issue on FIFA.
So you think the goalie can just go to the other end of the field and just grab the ball?
I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for him
It
to
wouldn't
do.
make any sense, I know, but by your logic, it's possible.
Like to me, like so he had it inside the box where he could grab it. He fumbled it outside of the box, and then I guess it makes sense why you can't do it. But it just didn't cross my. We learn a little bit more about soccer every 4 years. A little
Just
bit
like
more. So
hockey. Same,
that one will be in the bank in
it's
4
just
years.
like
I'll know
hockey.
that.
We all
I don't
become
know that.
hockey fans once every 4 years, and same with soccer.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think overall it was probably positive for Team USA. I think they got to about where everybody expected them to get to, and now you just see what this does for the growth of soccer in the US. I think the '94 World Cup and even what the Women's World Cup in '98,
Yeah.
I think were crucial to the growth of soccer in this country, and we'll see if there's an improvement in the quality of football here in 4 to 8 years.
Are you going to show this level of enthusiasm for the United States next year for the Women's World Cup? We going out to
Yeah,
Saints and in the bars and putting our USA gear on and acting like hooligans?
yeah, I mean, I bought my jersey for $80. We ain't gonna
It's
retire it. We'll break now, I'm not gonna buy a women's jersey in a year. I will bring the men's jersey back out. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we're always invested in the Women's World Cup. Are we not?
yeah, usually.
And we could actually win the damn thing.
I know that's my thing. Is this one we actually could win?
We'll get into I got one question. So the Wimbledon just wrapped,
Yeah,
and what, Center won 2 in a row,
yeah.
and
It's
then,
Czechoslovakian, all
yeah,
Czechoslovakian fine.
Linda
Yeah,
Noskova won on the women's side.
yeah.
Like, I kinda enjoy watching women's tennis more than men's because
Shorter.
it's a 3 set
Yeah,
instead
I
of
agree.
5. Like, the 5 set is such a
Yeah,
commitment.
I agree with that.
But do you think tennis is the sport where a female and the male equivalent are as equal as they could do? So, like,
I know. I see. I hear. I know what you're saying. Um, does bowling count?
I don't I mean, look, there's a ball, but yeah, I think a female could beat a man in bowling
Yeah,
because
bowling. I'm trying to think.
precision and power really, I mean, they matter in bowling, but you can get away without that. So, I would agree
I
with
mean,
you, bowling probably is more equivalent.
yeah, not golf because men just physically can hit the ball further. So women are at a
And
disadvantage at golf.
I think
Um,
golf is one of the closer ones to argue. Like, now
if
look,
if you allow
the
the women to play up, it's like as long as they if they try to play the same distance like from the tips, then no.
but
I
tennis,
think the
you're
women
playing
you
from
got
the
to give
same
the
spot.
women the advantage. If the women play from their normal tees and the men play from their normal, like it kind of equals it out.
Like, if they're playing from the women's tees, yes, but I if you're trying to say that I'm just as good as a man, then you shouldn't be able to do that.
No, I agree. Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, I guess tennis would have to be it. Besides, like the bowling or darts or something. I don't know.
Which, I mean, yeah, and I guess we wanna stick this to mainstream sports because, yeah, you could get into table tennis, right? You could get into badminton.
What
Uh,
about skiing? Skiing?
I don't know that much about skiing.
Like a downhill race, like, could Lindsey Vonn and,
I
like,
don't
beat,
know
like,
if
Bodie
a
Miller or
female
something?
skier is faster than a men's
Like
skier. I don't know.
Peekaboo Street back in Peekaboo Street's prime, could she beat, like, Bodie Miller or whoever the men had out there? I don't know. I don't I
I don't know. But, like, the biggest difference in tennis is going to be the serve. And from everything I've read, it's about a 15 to 20-mile difference in a top serve from a man to a woman,
men to a woman.
which is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And then every other strike is I mean, the men's shots are gonna be faster than the women. But I think it's the sport where a woman has the best chance to beat a man if you're playing straight up. Like golf, yes, but not if they're playing from the same tees.
No. Yeah. Trying to think of some of these other Olympic sports.
Well, and you've named some. Like I agree bowling and I agree like yeah, but we're if you're sticking mainstream.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I would have to say tennis.
And they also did the battle of the sexes in tennis, right?
Yeah, maybe along the like a made for TV type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
so.
It was Billie Jean King, right? Yeah, Billie Jean King defeated well, a 29-year-old Billie Jean King defeated a 55-year-old Bobby Riggs in straight sets.
I mean, okay.
It in 1973. So, I think a 29-year-old versus a 55-year-old is probably eliminating to the male to female advantage, probably a little bit, but I don't know. I in my physical therapy last week, and tennis was on, and we just started talking about this. So I was like, "That'd be something to talk about on the pod." And yeah, I agree with you, like darts and all that. Yeah, but that's it'd
Yeah,
be like
yeah.
saying poker or
Yeah, not sprinting, like that. I don't feel like there's any track and field events that would favor the women. Yeah, no. I think it's gotta be tennis. Yeah.
I mean, you could look into like I maybe skiing. I don't know. I don't know enough about.
Swimming?
I just think the men are going to be faster.
Yeah, they are faster. Yeah. Yeah. Tennis?
You ready to get into Haskell?
Sure.
So we got the grade one Haskell coming up. We are disappointed that are not seeing the height differential's favorite horse, Golden Tempo, as he's battling the sniffles, and it looks like he's pointing towards the Travers. But we do have a 7 horse field in the 59th Haskell at Monmouth Park, right off of Jersey Shore. 5 past winners have went on to win Horse of the Year honors. The most recent to do it was Authentic in 2020. American Pharoah did it in 2015. We will go through the field. I mean, I think there's 5 horses maybe in this field that could win. 2 I would
Yes.
probably eliminate very quickly. Um,
Yes.
but we start off with Star Sweeper, ridden by Luis Rivera, trained by Louis Linder. And he's what,
30 to
30
1.
30 to 1?
Yeah.
Definitely deservedly the longest shot on the board. Does this horse deserve any consideration?
No, 0. 0 consideration. But, if we say he has 0 consideration, then that means he's probably gonna get up at least maybe for 1st or 2nd, because we don't know what the hell we're talking about on here. So, anyways, Star Sweeper, I mean, he's the clear outlier. I mean, he's both of these 9 starts, he has 2 wins. Both came in sprints as a 2-year-old. His other 6 stakes races, he's lost all of them by more than 10 lengths. He's got low speed figures. I mean, he's just doesn't belong with some of these other names in this field. No chance. He's gonna finish dead last.
I yeah, I just look at this and I'm not even sure how he's in this field. I think perhaps there's not a lot of speed in this race. Maybe he tries to get a lead and or even just to be up front and tries to hang on, but I don't see it happening. Dude, like you said, 6 stakes races and 10 links back in all of them.
All of them.
I think we can toss, uh, Mr. Star Sweeper.
Yeah.
We then go to Further Ado. It's going off at 2 to 1. Irad aboard. Brad Cox is the trainer. Finished 11th in the Derby, but then came back and rebounded with a win in the Matt Win a couple weeks ago. Source was, I think, went off as the favorite in the Derby. Your thoughts on Further Ado?
Yeah, I'm glad we get to see him again. He is the favorite in this race. Good jockey with Irad on board and a really good trainer in Brad Cox. Uh, as you mentioned, he won his last race, the mile and a 16th in the Matt Win by 2 lengths at Churchill. I don't know what to make of that 11th place finish in the Derby. As you mentioned, he was if he wasn't the favorite, he was one of the top 2 or 3 choices. He was the trendy pick because he had won 3 of his previous 4 starts, including that 11 length win in the Bluegrass going into the Derby. So a lot of people were really high on him, and things happen in the Derby when there's a 20-horse field. So maybe he just wasn't his day. But his speed figure, he's the fastest horse in the field with a speed figure of a 107. I mean, he's the favorite in this race for a reason. I mean, I definitely have him as a top win contender.
Look, you look at this horse and you eliminate the Derby, and I think he's clearly the best horse in this field. And I think in a race where you've got 20 horses, you've got 150,000 people in the crowd. You don't have, I mean, just things like this are going to happen to good horses sometimes. And so I think it's an automatic toss. I, Brad Cox as a trainer, I think is a huge plus. He won the Haskell with Mandaloon in 21. He won the Haskell with Cyberknife in 22. And I mean, to me, this is a horse that you absolutely have to consider to be for the win. And coming off a win in the win,
Yeah,
he kind of proved that the Derby was a fluke.
yeah,
In the three hole, we have Baby Vino, 15-1, ridden by Jorge Vargas, trained by Lindsay Schultz. Um, this horse needed 5 wins to get its first victory, but
5 starts.
kind of, yeah, 5 starts to get its first victory, but it's turned into a winner here recently. Your thoughts on Baby Vino?
Yeah, he got off to a slow start in his career. As you said, he was, 0 for 4, and then he now comes in winning 2 in a row. He won a mile and a 16th on May 1st at Oaklawn, and he won again his last race on June 13th by 10 and 3/4 lengths at Monmouth. So, this is gonna be the best competition he's faced. There's not really much, known about him when it comes to running against some of these other quality horses. So he's kind of a wild card. He's coming in hot. I I don't think he's got a chance to win, but I can see maybe him sneaking into third somehow.
Yeah, he really is, but he's on obviously on the improve. I mean, he won by 10, almost 11 lengths in
Yep.
that in his last race at the Pegasus Stakes, which was on this track, which I think is an obvious plus. I I think there's a chance that, like I said with at the beginning, there's not a lot of speed in this
That's right.
race. I think he could potentially try to get out front and maybe hang on, and I think maybe he could have the talent to do so. Um, I think he's gonna be overlooked in this race, and you're gonna need to look for somebody to provide some value because you're not gonna get it from Further Ado, and you're not gonna get it from other some of these other horses
Mhm.
that we're about to talk about. So I do think that Baby Vino is a horse that you should consider, for your
Yeah. I mean,
exotics.
he's got a decent speed feat. He's 99. So he's up there with some of the other horses like like the Napoleon Solos and and the Pumas and the Iron Honor. So I mean, he's up there with the rest of them when it comes to his speed. So he's unknown, but I think he's got a chance to get in the money.
Yeah, I mean, it does concern me that it's his first graded stakes race. Like, this is a big
Yeah.
jumping company.
Yeah.
But my main thing is he's probably gonna be around that 15-1 number and could be somebody that's worth throwing into your tries or even maybe your exactas.
Yeah.
The Puma is back. A lot of buzz on this horse in the Derby. Would look like he might potentially go off as the favorite or be close to it. He's 7-2 on the morning line. Luis Saez gets the reins as Javier Castellano is out with injury. Gustavo Delgado is the trainer. This was your horse in the
It
Derby
was.
until he was scratched. Are you back on the Puma train?
I mean, I was on the Puma train at the Derby. I'm not off the Puma train. I'm still riding and aboard. Still got my ticket. He said he was one of the top contenders in the Derby until he got scratched with that skin infection. He won the Tampa Bay Derby, finished second to Commandment, which we've talked about Commandment plenty of times on the show. He finished second to Commandment by a nose in the Florida Derby, and we know how good Commandment is. It's his first race in more than 3.5 months, which is a little concerning. Coming off an injury, I don't know if how he'll react to that and what he'll be like, but I liked him in the Derby for a reason. I still like him here. He's a win contender for me.
He's already beat Further Ado once. I mean, look, my main thing is the 3.5 month layoff.
Yeah, that's the
And,
question.
it's not like he was just sick. Like, this was a skin infection that led to him
Swelling.
to being scratched.
Yeah,
I I think this horse is gonna get bet too. Uh, he had all that buzz for the Derby. I think the buzz is going to follow him here. I think this horse could win the race. I do. But if I'm trying to win money. I think this is a horse that I'm probably going to lean away from. Uh, Luis Saez has won the Haskell twice, so that's a positive. But I just in a 7-horse field, you're gonna have to leave some horse out that is going to be one of the favorites. And just because I haven't seen this horse run in 3.5 months, I think he's going to be the horse that I leave out. It is difficult to do, but just that's a long layoff where we
That is a
haven't
long
seen him
layoff.
go.
Yeah. No, I understand that one.
And in the 5 hole, we have Iron Honor, 3-1 on the morning line, Flavian Pratt aboard. Chad Brown, the trainer. We just talked about Puma being your horse in the Derby till he got scratched. This was your horse in the Preakness, if I remember.
Yes, Iron Honor was my choice in the Preakness, and he came up just a little short to Napoleon Solo, lost that race by 1 1/4 lengths. But he's proven he's a good horse, and he already has a grade win, or he has a grade 3 win in the Gotham Stakes when he opened his career with back-to-back wins. He was the favorite, looked like he was cruising into the Wood Memorial, was the favorite in the Wood, and just didn't have it that day. He finished a disappointing 7th, which everybody kind of was down on him, missed the Derby, and then shows back up in the Preakness and was one of the favorites there. And he ran a good race. He just got beat by a horse that was just better that day. So he's got decent speed. I think he's definitely. I don't think he's gonna win this one. I think there's a few other horses in here that may be a little better. But I would have him in my try selection.
Yeah, they in that Wood, like he was the favorite, but was far outside gate at the beginning, got bumped a couple of times, and really just wasn't able to run his race. That I do think it's harder to ignore him finish 7th in the Wood, and than it is than to ignore Further Ado finishing 11th in the Derby, just because that
Mhm.
race is such an outlier.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, this horse was coming on strong in the Preakness and nearly got Solo. Now we're going what? We're going a mile and eighth instead of going a mile and a 3/16 here. Um, I think this is a horse that you have to probably consider in your supers or in your tries in your exactas. Um, he's, I mean, he's raced what 4 times in his life, and twice he's won, and he proven that he can win at a greatest stakes level with that win in the Gotham. And so really, he's only had one bad performance. So you got to figure out: do I want to toss the Wood, or do I think that is who this horse is? I'm not having this horse as a win contender, but I do think you have to include him in your tries and your exactas.
I would agree with that. Yep.
Napoleon Solo in the 6 hole, 5-2 on the morning line. Paco Lopez aboard. Chad Summers is your trainer. He's coming off his win in the Preakness, which we have talked about how we think that Preakness field was not all that great. Are you riding with Napoleon Solo?
Yes, I am. I am riding with Napoleon Solo. I think this race sets up really, really, really well for him. We talked about his win in the Preakness. He did beat Iron Honor, who's also in this race. We talked about that. As a 2-year-old, he won his first 2 starts by a combined over 11 lengths, including 6.5 lengths in the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes. So he's got some big races under his belt. He's proven he could win them. As a 3-year-old, he had a bruised foot, which then that could be pointed to why he didn't finish in the money in those back-to-back races. So when he's not healthy, obviously he didn't run well, but when he got healthy again in the Preakness, he won. So he's got tactical speed, which with the lack of pace in this race plays into his hands, and this kind of race is a race that kind of favors those kind of running styles. So he's got a speed figure of 99, which is one of the highest in this race. I think second behind Further Ado. So I think his running style, when he's healthy, he's won. He plays right into his hands. I think he's a win contender.
Yeah, I mean, this horse as a 2-year-old was looked at as one of the best 2-year-olds in the crowd.
He was dominant.
And yeah, and leading up to the Preakness, I get it that this horse struggled kind of at the start of his 3-year-old year, and you had mentioned a little bit why with the bruised foot. I couldn't ignore this horse in the Preakness because of how good he was as a 2-year-old. And I just thought, like you're saying here in this race, I just thought because there wasn't speed that this horse had, you had to include this horse because he could get out front and maybe wire the field. And that's ended up being what happened. And I mean, this horse has already earned over 1.5 million. So he's proven that he can win big races. I think this is going to play out a lot like the Preakness played out. And because of that, I was on this horse in the Preakness. I'm not going to jump away in this race when I think it's going to be kind of the same pace setup. I think Napoleon Solo is a clear win contender in this race. And then finally, we close with everybody's favorite horse, O'Sully. 7-1, Tyler Gaffley on aboard. Wick Bettman is your trainer. This horse has 9 starts and enters the Haskell still as a maiden. Your thoughts on O'Sully?
I mean, it's the horse that just keeps on trying. There's no quit. I mean, 9 starts and he hadn't won yet, so he's gonna keep on giving it a go. He's finished in the top 3 in 3 different graded stakes races, so, he's close, but it's one of those close but no cigar type deals. He finished 3rd in the Derby. He kinda wreaked a lot of chaos down that stretch run in the Derby and, kinda knocked a few horses around and ended up getting up for 3rd. He ran in the Ohio Derby in his last start, finished 2nd to Chip Honcho. And Chip Honcho was a horse that ran in the Preakness, so a pretty good horse there at the end of June. This horse did run in the Preakness as well, finished 4th. He's a closer, and with the a little bit of a shorter distance, this race not really favoring closers. I think 3rd's probably going to be his ceiling. I don't see him really factoring in the top 2.
No, and really, he's the only closer in this field, I don't think it's going to be a super fast pace. But I mean, how often do you see a horse that has competed in the Derby, competed in the Preakness, all been what third? He's third, fourth, second in his last 4 races, and this ain't gonna be it. This ain't gonna be where O'Sully breaks his maiden.
I don't
I
think
just
so.
and honestly, I don't like if I'm trying to find somebody who's gonna close in and finish in the money. I don't. I think this is gonna be the race where he doesn't finish in the money. I think he finishes 4th or worse, and I am not putting this horse in my tries or my exactas. So I guess your top 3 in order.
Okay.
And before we get to that, we normally have Matt on the show when we have horse racing. He couldn't jump on tonight. He didn't give us our top 3, but he did say that his pick to win is the Puma. Are you following? Are you rolling with your boy, the Puma?
I really want to, but no. I'm not off the Puma train. It's just the 3.5 months. I just don't know how good he's going to come back from that. I think he can be a great horse. I just don't know if he's going to do it in his first race back. I'm not going to go with the Puma to win. My win bet is going to be Napoleon Solo. I got Napoleon Solo on top. Give me Further Ado and the Puma in the try, 2nd and 3rd. So give me Solo, Ado, Puma.
So I want to roll Napoleon Solo. I don't think there was a horse as good as Further Ado in the Preakness. And I do think Further Ado is going to run Napoleon Solo down. Now, will Napoleon Solo hang on for 2nd or 3rd? If I'm trying to win money, I want to say no, because they are going to be going off, I think, as the 1st and 2nd choice. So who is going to come in 2nd if it's not Napoleon Solo? Where it's a hard way to find. I think you have to put Baby Vino
I'll say if
in.
you want to win money. Now, if the goal here is to win some money, I'd put Baby Vino in the try.
So, and then if you do that, then I think you can go do Solo 1-2, and then just have Vino try to clean up the scraps
Correct.
and to finish in 3rd. And that might be where I lean. I also look at Iron Honor, but I'm like, dude, his odds are gonna be right around the same as Napoleon Solo, and who do I like better? I like Napoleon Solo. I already beat him once. This is a shorter race. So, I think what I would do is I would box Further Ado and Solo 1, 2, and then go Baby Vino in the 3 hole, but for my official pick, I'm gonna go Ado, Nap Solo, and Baby Vino.
Baby
I
Vino.
like,
But are you
here's the
going baby? But you're going Baby Vino just for the value, right? Or do you think he's a better horse than Iron Honor?
I'm going because of the value, 100%. Like, if you made me pick a 3rd place horse just on quality,
And that's what I did. I mean, I didn't do it for value, obviously, because that trifecta that I said would pay nickels. Like
yeah, I would probably go Iron Honor.
Honor over the Puma.
Yeah, just because of the 3.5
Yeah.
month layoff. But no, I wanna go Baby Vito my official 3rd.
Okay.
I think he's on the improve. He's proven he can do it at this track. This There have not been a lot of upsets in this race. Um, let's see. Favorites have won 12 of the past 21. Um, and only 3 Haskell winners since 1992 have started at odds of 5 to 1 or higher. And 55 of the past 63 top 3 finishers have started at single digit odds. So this is not a race historically that you're going to get rich off of. So your try there makes a lot of sense. It's just it ain't gonna pay much. It ain't gonna pay much.
Nah.
But excited for another big race. Really, it is just I really wanted to see Golden Tempo try to go shorter. And look, I know people have commented he's gone shorter in the past. He hasn't done it against horses of this caliber. He hasn't done it against horses of this caliber. So just to get that straight. Couple of more things to close. I was telling you about, and we'll close with a little football here, because Chris Sims is just trying to go viral. This is just an effort to try to go viral. You list a list of top 10 quarterbacks in their prime. So he's saying this is when their quarterback was at the best. This is my top 10. And Tom Brady is not 1. Tom Brady is not 2. Tom Brady is not 3. He's not 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. He ranks Tom Brady as 9. And to try to say why, he said if you put him in some other situations, I don't know if it would look as pretty. I'm not sure you could do more with less. Brady's amazing, but he's not extending plays. He needs pass protection. Like, just goes on and on. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, it's what you said. I think it's his attempt to try to stay relevant and go viral. It's like, who's listening to Chris Sims? Nobody. I mean, like, look at the names that he has above Tom Brady. Lamar Jackson,
How many
Aaron
Super Bowls he have?
Rodgers. Yeah. What? Lamar?
Aaron Rodgers
0.
has 1.
Dan Marino, 0. Aaron Rodgers has 1. Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers ahead of him. Brett Favre, one Super Bowl. John Elway, a couple. Josh Allen, no Super Bowls. Peyton Manning, 2 Super Bowls. And Patrick Mahomes, a couple Super Bowls. I mean, first of all, Tom Brady's number 1. I mean, it's not even a debate. It's just stupid that he would even argue this. But to put some of these guys ahead of Tom Brady is just asinine. Like
Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
I mean,
never even got to a Super Bowl.
He's an MVP, but no, Lamar Jackson is not better than Tom Brady. And I love Lamar Jackson. I don't like him now that he's Raven, but no.
And then you just randomly throw one old guy, Staubach, in there. Just randomly at 10, I'll throw in Roger Staubach.
Oh, boy. Yeah, no. Like, Peyton Manning in his prime was great.
Yes.
But how many times did he lose to Tom Brady? A good amount.
Right. But, dude, they were toe-to-toe. Like, don't act like Tom Brady in their prime. Like, they were pretty equal.
Yep, they were rivals, yeah.
They were pretty equal.
Yeah.
Now, Tom Brady did it for a lot longer and won a lot more. And that's
He sure did.
why there is separation and why he is the GOAT and Peyton Manning is not.
Yes.
Now, if you're arguing in their prime, that maybe you could argue head to head Peyton because he's the only one that really did it against Brady. But the rest of those names, take them off the list.
No.
Take them off the list.
Yeah, because
And
Lamar
still,
Jackson.
even if Peyton would be 2 behind Brady, even if you think it's close.
Yeah, like Lamar Jackson in his prime, probably maybe on the down slope of his prime right now. No Super Bowls. Josh Allen in his prime, no Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers in his prime, 1 Super Bowl. It's not comparable. Like, it's just a
And then,
stupid take. It's a stupid take by a stupid guy that's just trying to stay relevant. It's a
but
bad take.
he got taken off NBC's coverage too.
'Cause he should.
Not
'Cause
for
that's just
this,
like,
but
well, yeah, if he had that take, I'd take him off the coverage as well because it's just dumb.
and
Have
then
smart people on your coverage. Have the
and
height differential on your coverage.
Joe Burrow doesn't make the list. Yeah, I would too, especially if you're talking about in their prime and being healthy. Yeah, but with just an asinine list.
It is a dumb list.
Like the lowest Tom Brady can possibly be on that list is 1. Like there's no other option. And I would think even people that aren't fans of Tom Brady would agree with that. And he was able to extend his prime in his 40s and still win Super Bowls.
Just goes to a different team and wins a Super Bowl.
Like when your prime is 20 years, like you deserve to be 1 on that list.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Just unbelievable. Joe's got a what would Joe do for us?
Okay.
Did you read it beforehand?
Something about hands and feet
All
and
right, here we go. Hands and feet, hands and feet. It's a would you rather. Every time you hiccup, your hands and feet switch places for an hour, and then they revert back. I guess. Though maybe they would switch. Yeah, then they revert back. Or every time you yawn, you don't understand English for an hour. So you're hiccuping, and then that next hour, your feet are your hands are your feet, and then you yawn, and I couldn't understand a word you say for the next hour. Which one you picking?
I'm still trying to comprehend what you do. Like, if your hands are on your feet and your feet are on your hands, like what are you supposed to do? How you just walking on your hands? Like I don't really
I
understand
don't
that
think
one,
you could
but
balance that.
I mean, just give me the yawn and I don't understand English for an hour. 'Cause a lot
And
of
what
times I
what's
probably like to tune some people out anyway. So just give me a yawn. Like if I'm if I'm talking to you and like I've got no interest in talking to you, I'm just gonna yawn
yeah.
and just tune you out for an hour.
Yeah, but what if you're tired, you're getting to work, you got a meeting at 8:30 and it's a big important meeting and you yawn and then you got to pretend like you know what they're saying for the next however long in this meeting and you're going to look like a dumbass cuz you don't have a clue.
No, because there's an agenda. Usually there's an agenda that's sent out. You kinda have, like, a little bit of an idea of what the flow of the meeting is gonna be, and even if that's the case, you just gotta suppress that yawn. You just gotta go, "Mm," or just get a good night. So you got a big meeting coming up? You got a big meeting coming up? Maybe you get a couple extra hours of sleep that night. You're not going to bed at midnight. You're going to bed at 9 PM. You get your full 9, 10 hours of sleep.
When's the
You
last time
wake
you
up
did that?
you wake up
When's the last time
refreshed.
you did that?
Well, if I had a big meeting on the line the next day and I knew that if I yawned, I wasn't gonna understand a damn thing that they say, I'm probably gonna get tucked in a little earlier that night.
That's one of the smarter things you've ever said on this show and it shows growth and I'm proud of you. Uh here's
So I'm
my
gonna take
thing.
the yawn. My official vote though is the yawn. I'm gonna yawn and
Here's
not
my thing.
understand a word you're saying.
I hiccup way less than I yawn.
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, honestly, now I'm probably gonna get the hiccups all the time, but I can't remember the last time I had the hiccups.
What if you're on a date and you hiccup and then all of a sudden you got shoes on your hands and your hands are down by your ankles? And
Well,
that
what if
girl's
I'm
gonna be
on a
like,
date
"What the
and I'm
hell?"
bored?
That girl's gonna be like, "Dude, what is wrong with you?"
What if I'm on a date? She's hot, but she's boring, and I accidentally yawned, and now I don't understand what she says for an hour, which actually, I don't know, might not be a
You
bad
just
thing.
said she's boring, so that you
Yeah,
just tune her out. You
right.
just you just look at her
I
eyes, Nick. Just look at
I'm
her eyes.
100% going hiccup,
Eye
hands to feet.
contact.
I'm going hands to feet. Like I don't know how I'm gonna walk. Like I guess you'd figure it out if it
You
happens
just
every once in a while.
look like a damn weirdo.
Well, I mean, do we not already? A little bit?
This is all new low though for you.
Not that weird, but yeah, just because I hiccup less, I'm
Well, what
going
if you
hiccup.
hiccup at the wrong time?
What causes hiccups?
Air. I don't know.
I don't know. When's the last time you had the hiccups? Do you know?
Been a hot minute.
And like you can't just stand upside down and drink water and get rid of them. Like you still got hands and feet switch for the next hour.
Yeah, you gotta hold your breath. I mean, yeah, get rid of them. You hold your breath. That's what I usually
But
try
it
to do.
doesn't matter. It's still an hour. You gotta deal with it. Like what are you looking up?
What causes hiccups? Hiccups are involuntary spasms of the diaphragm, the muscle that controls your breathing. When it twitches, air rushes in, forcing your vocal cords to instantly snap shut. Common everyday triggers include eating too quickly, drinking carbonated beverages, oh no, consuming alcohol, and sudden temperature shifts or experiencing emotional stress. So you don't hiccup a lot, but they do increases when you're drinking alcohol, which you partake in quite frequently. So
Partake.
there is a chance that you could be, like I said, on a date. You know, you and your date are sitting there, maybe drinking some wine, maybe a couple cold beverages, and you hiccup, and the date's over because she thinks you're a weirdo.
Just give me a date. Like let's just I'd take anything. Like whatever. I'll take the chance. Just give me a date right now. Yeah. I would just try real hard not to hiccup, and then if I hiccup, at least I could understand what she was saying, and I would explain to her why my hands became my feet and why my feet became my hands.
Or like when you're filling out your dating profile, you just look for the girls that have hand or foot fetishes, and then you're golden.
Dude, also, like,
Then you're golden.
if your hands is feet, you could just kinda sit back and if the date goes well
I don't know.
if
I
the
don't want to
date
know where
goes
that's
well
going. That's
if the
going the
date
wrong
goes well.
direction.
So, I think it's an easy choice. Easy choice. You're just gonna get fired in your next meeting when you yawn, and
I'm
then you'll
gonna
be
get a
without a
good night's
job.
sleep. I'm gonna
You'll be
take a
without
nice
a
little
job.
trip.
Maybe it's one of those spur of the moment meetings. You were out at Barano's till 2 o'clock, and then they come in and say, "Hey, we gotta meet in 15 minutes," and you're exhausted, and you're trying to fight it, and then all of a sudden you yawn, and they're like, "Neil, we
Be
need
in the
answers,"
meeting,
and
be
you're
in the
hearing
meeting with
them
my mouth. Well,
hearing
here's
them
what.
in
But
Arabic.
can you put on the translator app on your phone?
I think so. I think it would be cheating. In this fake made up scenario, you cannot put on Google Translate. So you're sticking with it?
Sticking with it.
What you looking forward to the most this weekend?
We'll see this weekend. I don't know. Is the weather supposed to be nice? If the weather's nice, we're coming over to your pool, I believe, right? Have
Are we?
a little
Oh, yeah, we
soiree
are.
on Saturday.
Yeah, we
Trash your
are.
yard again.
Looks like 70% chance of rain.
Great. No, good sports weekend though. We talked about it. Good sports weekend. Like you said, we got the Haskell, we've got the Open, we've got the World Cup final on Sunday. So we've got a lot of exciting things going on this weekend in the world of sports. Looking forward to that.
Is like All-Star break is a tough week in sports. There's just not a lot to watch at night.
Got the
Like the
ESPYs tomorrow. Don't they
like
usually come on?
I've got this set up in my basement, right, with the 3 TVs,
Yeah.
and I had some buddies come over and watch the Derby. There's nothing else even to put on the above TVs. The only thing in town is the Home Run Derby, and then you put on Summer League. There's nothing
Uh,
else.
I mean, I figured on your 3 TVs, you'd probably have Love Island, you'd probably have maybe The Masked Singer or something like that, and, maybe Home Run Derby after that.
Love Island's over. Are we is that official?
Ju According to Juice, I don't know,
We watched an episode of Love Island.
one
We
episode.
weren't
The
into
only
it.
episode I've ever watched too, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
It's a good episode.
But it's super popular, like
It is.
crazy popular.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, some random Friday night we watched an episode of Love Island. I think it was live. Was it close to
Yeah.
live or it was?
Yeah.
And all I remember is the host's dress.
Yep. Couldn't even tell you the names of anybody on the show.
Nope, that it was a green dress.
It's a good dress.
It was green. I remember
Yeah.
that.
It was green.
Uh, it was a
It
good
was
dress.
green.
It was a good dress. But Yeah, I don't know how anybody could have the time commitment to watch Love Island 5 nights a week.
That's insane.
Now, look, if you love it, I get it. It gives you something to look forward to every single night, and you're more power to you. But no chance in the world.
How do we
Have
get
you
you on
ever
Love
watched
Island?
huh?
How do we get you on Love Island? We gotta get you on the show.
Oh, I don't think I think I got a better chance of being on a reboot of Beauty and the Geek.
You're not
How
geeky
do
enough though, bro. You're not geeky enough.
how do we get me on Beauty and the Geek?
You're not geeky enough.
I can play it up.
No, you can't. You're not that smart.
I can play it up.
You're not that
I'm pretty
smart.
close to being a geek. You don't have to be smart to be a geek. You just have to be not cool.
You gotta be nerdy. You gotta know like you gotta be like into Dungeons and Dragons and crap like that. Like
That
you
I
can't be
hate
into
Star
sports.
Wars.
Guess what? Like Beauty and the geeks know nothing about sports.
That's
You know
true.
too much about sports, so you're
But
off.
can you not be a geek by knowing too much about sports?
You
Can
can't know
but
sports at all.
we gotta bring that show back. We gotta bring it back. And I mean, it's the best dating show I've ever like. It's just hot chicks and hilarious dudes.
I agree.
Like, and if I don't, it needs to come back because I'm not. I would watch that, and it's not going to be on 5 times a week either. It's once a week, which is the commitment for a television show that I need. Not 5 nights a week. But
I'm still trying to
have
catch
you
up from last season of Grey's Anatomy.
you
That's on
still
once a
watching
week.
that?
That's
You
on
still
once a week,
it's
and
still going?
yeah, it's on once a week, and I still have like the last 8 episodes of last season to watch before it starts up again.
It's continuing more.
Yeah, there's a new season coming out September, probably September. I think that's usually when the new season starts.
It's been on since when?
Since I was in high school, I think 22 seasons. I think we're on like 22 seasons, maybe.
Yeah, the characters are still the same.
It's about 4.
Never
I
seen
think
an
there's like
episode.
4 from like the OG episode 1. I think there's like 4 of them.
Never seen an episode. I mean, it's got to be close to like a. It's got to be a record for a non-cartoon series.
No, dude, like those soap operas have been going on for like 40 years.
Those don't count though, do they?
I don't know.
So primetime. This is primetime show.
Yeah, no, I think
Has to be a
it's got to be
record.
up there.
Has to be a record for a
Yeah,
primetime show.
you said non-cartoons. Oh yeah, no Simpsons. Yeah,
Why don't you just give it up? Just give it up and read the Wikipedia breakdown of
no,
the
trust
episodes.
me, trust me. I want the show to be over. I'm done watching it. I don't want to watch it anymore. But when you've committed 22 years to it, you got to just keep going. You
Did
can't
you
be a
just hear what
quitter.
I said, dude?
I'm not reading recaps on Wikipedia.
Read the Wikipedia recaps. Save
No,
yourself.
I've done this
Look,
for
how
22
many
years.
episodes do you still have to watch? 8 for this season and then a whole nother season?
No, 8, and that would be caught up. And then
And
a new
then
season will start. Yeah.
and you're gonna be back and ready to watch that one again. When you're
Yeah.
already miserable watching it.
Yeah. I mean, we're 22 years in. We got to keep going.
And you quit watching Jury Duty, the company retreat?
Yeah. The original Jury Duty was good. Company Retreat's just too stupid. It's just way too stupid.
The first one was awesome. If you haven't watched Jury Duty on Amazon, watch it because it's awesome.
It is good.
So then they come back and they call it Jury Duty again because that's what it was called last year, but it's nothing to do with court or jury duty, and it's just this company going on a company retreat. I will say it's nowhere near as good as the first version.
And how the temp worker that comes in and then all of a sudden is now in charge of like running the company retreat after being there for 2 days just doesn't have anything in his like it's just so much stupidity that he has to know like it's like an episode of Punk'd. Like this is a reality show. Like there's no way that this is real life. There's nothing about that he should be able to think that this is real life unless he's just that stupid.
Like, what are you supposed to do? That's it. Like, just leave.
Yeah, be like, dude, where's the cameras? Like, this is no way this is real.
He says it on the show. This has to be a TV show.
I mean, he's right. Like the OG Jury Duty, like was believable for the most part. There were a few times where I'm like, well, that's like how they like this guy's got to be thinking something. But the OG Jury Duty was actually believable.
Yeah. I mean, it starts off with his freaking HR guy like proposing to some chick that he didn't even date. Like that's the beginning of the show. Like it's, but I mean, I see what they were trying to do. But
It's got good concept, but it's just so bizarre.
is it not rude to the person? Like they make money, right, for going through it. I don't know how much money. They get a good little size check.
Yeah.
But, like, this dude thinks he's really meeting these people and developing, like, friendships, and they're all just fake. They're just fake humans. And he's like, I just think there's some, like, do I think it's funny? Yes, but there's also a part of me, I'm like, "Dude, this is kinda messed up." They're putting this dude through this. So you're done. You're not turning it back on?
No, no, I'm off
So you're
that one.
done with, Company Retreat, but you will fight through Grey's Anatomy till the end.
Yeah, correct.
Alright, well, so you're on Nap Solo,
Yep.
and I'm on Further Ado. I do think those would be the top 2 horses. We both picked those to finish 1, 2, just in different orders.
We're both on Fitzy.
Um, huh? Both going
But
we maybe we do agree too much.
I mean, we can talk about the home run derby again if you want, and I just call you stupid for the
Do
next
I
20
just need
minutes.
to
But
start inventing segments where we gotta pick a side and just start yelling at each other?
yeah, yeah,
Maybe we're on episode 51 of season 1. We're about a month away from the start of season 2. Maybe we'll try to figure out some ways to, because we do plenty of that at the bar, and I feel like we don't do that as much here.
well, start drinking on these podcasts.
You've done it before, and it's been a couple of the better episodes. Been a couple of better episodes.
Yeah,
But all right. Don't forget to follow the Height Differential on whatever social platform you like to use, and then rate, leave a review on Apple, Spotify. What do you use? What's your podcast provider?
Apple.
I'm an Apple guy too. 'Cause we're agreeing again. God,
I mean, I have an iPhone. I have an Apple products. Of course, I'm gonna use the Apple.
4-6-6 Neil. I'm the 410 Nick. We appreciate you listening. We'll be back next week. We'll talk to you then. Yeah. Give it to me. Do we just agree too much?
I mean, we're not talking about anything controversial. We're picking horses and we're picking golfers. Like, we're smart. We know sports. We know who's probably going to win.
We're smart.
We're smart. We know sports.
We don't know horse racing.
No, we don't know horse racing. You're right.